Good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're reading this. This is on William Barrett Travis. Yesterday we read let me see if I can, how I get rid of this here. Yesterday we read his death letter, as they call it. Today we will read a little biography about him. So, William Barrett, let me first, before we get anything, it's an annotation type deal. So, how many paragraphs do we have? We have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. And I know that a few of them are short, but so there's seven paragraphs. And that's how we'll kind of do this is we'll worry about paragraph by paragraph. So William Barrett Travis, commander of the Alamo, was born on August 9th, 1809 in Saluda County, South Carolina. Travis's father moved the family to Conacoa County, Alabama in 1817. Travis was enrolled in a school in Claiborne, Alabama. There he assisted other students in their studies. Travis became an apprentice of the leading attorney in Claiborne and eventually his partner. Let me just show you this here real quick. So here's where he grew up, or here's where he was born in South Carolina. And then here is where his dad moved him to in Alabama. So both of these, if you think of the American South in the early 1800s, think of those were a lot of the people that were moving here to this area. Here's Dallas, here's Houston, San Antonio will be somewhere over here. If I were to take this out of the way, it'll erase it. So he was from the American South and all the things that go with being part of the American South. So keep that in mind as you read. Okay, paragraph 2. On October 26, 1828, Travis married Rosanna Cato. Their first child, Charles Edward Travis, was born on August 8th, 1829. Travis became involved in the Claiborne community by joining the Masonic Lodge, starting a newspaper, and accepting a position in the Alabama militia. Despite these personal successes, the Travis's marriage was falling apart. Both accused the other of infidelity, and Travis would leave his wife, son, and unborn daughter. Travis, like so many others, chose Texas to start a new life. He arrived in 1831 and established a law practice in Anahuac on Galveston Bay, which is by Houston. In the course of practicing law in Texas, Travis met men associated with the War Party, a group of militants opposing the law of April 6, 1830. Remember, that law was very unpopular with the Texans. In 1832, Travis was retained to help secure the return of runaway slaves being held by the commander of the Mexican garrison at Anahuac. Eventually, Travis and his law partner were jailed in two brick ovens. As men began to gather in protest, the Mexican commander realized that he was outnumbered and released the two men. So his friends forced the Mexican government to release him from jail. When they say they want to help secure the return of runaway slaves, that means that Travis was working on the side of slave owners and wanting them to get their slaves back. Travis moved his law practice to San Felipe and was elected to the town council. He also met Rebecca Cummings and then became engaged in 1834. Meanwhile, Travis's wife, Rosanna, traveled to Texas in the fall of 1835 in order to get her husband's signature on divorce papers. She left their son, Charles, with him. Travis arranged for Charles to stay with David Ayres and family as he was caught up in the Texas Revolution. Travis participated in the grass fight near Bear County, or Bear, which was basically San Antonio. He accepted a commission of lieutenant colonel of the cavalry. He was ordered to recruit 100 men and reinforce the Alamo. Although he could only recruit 29 men, he arrived in San Antonio in January of 1836. He shared the command of the Alamo with James Bowie until Bowie fell ill on February 24th. After General Santa Anna's arrival in San Antonio on February 23rd, Travis penned letters to the provisional government of Texas explaining their situation and requesting reinforcements. The most famous of these letters was written on February 24th, 1836, and began, "To the people of Texas and all Americans in the world." Travis was killed early on in the morning of March 6th as the Mexican army attacked the compound. According to his slave Joe, Travis was shot through the head early in the battle as he directed fire on the north wall. His body was burned with those of the other Alamo defenders. So, what you're going to do is take that and summarize each paragraph just with a sentence or so. Just tell me what each paragraph, the basic point of it was, And then what did you find most interesting about William Barrett Travis? Did your opinion change from yesterday after reading this biography? If so, how? If not, what is your opinion of Travis' backup statement with evidence? And that's about it. Um, do the best you can.